I recently came to the conclusion that I've been playing basketball wrong my whole life. From the way that I trained, to the way that I played in games, to the way that I thought about the game. There were faults in all of it. And if you're anything like me and you didn't play organized basketball growing up, you're probably making the same mistakes that I was. Basketball, like any other sport, requires you to be really good at the fundamentals. There are hundreds of things that I can and have worked on, but I've learned that what leads to the most improvement in the shortest amount of time is the basics, even several years in. When I'm consistently in the gym putting up shots and my jumper feels sharp, I'm a much better player overall. And it's literally as simple as me running back and forth across the three-point line, shooting and focusing on a few things like my footwork and keeping my eyes on the rim instead of looking at the ball as it's in the air. Because even with the basics, there are so many nuances and mechanics that can be tweaked and improved. It requires mindfulness and a lot of repetition. It doesn't look as cool, and I often have to create little games and challenges to keep things fun for myself, but putting up a few hundred shots every morning has been a game changer for me. I feel way more confident taking shots when I'm open, and I'm making them more consistently, which allows me to drive and create while not being the most athletic guy out there. I've also been doing a lot of dribbling, both stationary and just simple moves like crossovers in between the legs. The stationary dribbling I do with two balls to work on my ball control and speed, as well as the offhand a little bit. And then the simple moves allow me to rep out the footwork and get more coordinated doing the moves. If I had started training like this a long time ago and stuck to it, I would be a much better player than I am now. It sounds so simple, work on the basics. But after I got decent at them, I thought I was ready for the next step. I started working on hezzies and step backs, and I spent years wondering why the moves never worked on anybody who has experience playing basketball. But now it's pretty obvious to me. A hezzy won't work if I don't have the proper footwork and coordination to explode out of it. And my step backs won't create much space unless I get low enough to sell the drive and my footwork is on point. Essentially, because I never learned the right way, I spent years repping out bad habits, and now I have to unlearn them so I can develop better ones. I'm also learning not to rush the process. It sounds boring to just shoot a bunch of threes and do 2-ball dribbling variations every day. And sometimes I am doing the same drills day after day for weeks. But I know eventually I'll get good enough to where I'll have to add an extra layer to make it more challenging. For example, when I shoot 100 threes, I try to make at least 60 and I'll keep score in my head as I'm going. I've been doing this for almost 2 months now, and I've moved my new target up to 65 makes. I'll also put on a 1-minute timer and run back and forth from corner to corner shooting threes and try to make as many as I can. My current record is 9. The point is that the basics can feel like work at times, and it's easy to get bored. But there are little things I can do to keep things fun. Because at the end of the day, consistency is what matters most, so I need to do whatever I can to stay consistent.
Oh! That's me, I should have helped.
My bad, bro.
That's me.
Oh yeah.
Rome's helping off, so just wait for it and I'll cut back door right behind him. Exactly what I said.
Yeah!
Now 1-2.
Go! Let's go!
Good shot. Good pass, Lou.
Stay with us. Nice. Right, come in.
This video has been about me doing the quote-unquote boring work and focusing on the basics, but I will say that I still have times where I'm not as strict or as regimented. This is a game I love, so every once in a while I'll just go out and enjoy the game, not thinking about reps or structure. When I play in pickup on Saturdays, I'll experiment and try certain moves I've seen. I'll throw some risky passes, take some questionable shots, but again, it's within reason. I'm not shooting from half court in a tied game or anything ridiculous like that, but that's where I take the opportunity to learn. If I've been working on my floater and I'm still not super confident in it yet because I haven't done it in a game setting, I'll try it whenever I see an opportunity. I've mentioned before that I'm trying to be more mindful to look up when I drive and create looks for my teammates instead of taking contested layups. I'll have opportunities to work on that. This mindset has relieved a lot of pressure from me. I'm naturally pretty self-critical and I can get in my own head when I don't play well. So having a learner mindset has helped me a lot with that. I'm able to play more freely, knowing that mistakes will happen, but I'll have a better understanding of what does and doesn't work moving forward. It also gives me a feel for where I'm at with a certain skill. Maybe I feel like my handle has gotten a lot better, but I start playing and I'm losing the ball or I'm getting stripped. Now I know there's a lot more work to be done there. Or maybe there's a specific aspect I need to work on, like protecting the ball when I drive. It's a cycle. I rep out the skills and gradually improve, then I go test them in games, and I go into the next week knowing what skills I need to prioritize. I would also like to mention that in addition to the content creators that I watch and learn from, like Coach Midrange and Tucker Richardson, the person that I've learned from most is my trainer, Journey. He's the main reason why I was able to come to this realization in the first place. I never knew how bad my footwork was until he started showing me how to do proper footwork. And I'm glad to have graduated from just doing footwork drills on the ladder the entire time, but footwork is still always an emphasis in every drill we do pretty much. It's crazy because I don't even think about a lot of it now. It's starting to come natural to me. I remember when we first started, I was just walking around the house doing different movement patterns I learned that weekend, and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. But it was fun for me. It was a new challenge. And I also really wanted to learn, so I needed to rep it out as much as I could. Playing in this men's league has also taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot about how I should be playing in a real organized team setting, but it's also taught me a lot about myself as a person. It's challenged me in ways that I had never even considered, and it's also pushed me to work harder than I thought I could. I haven't been this consistent with my work and been this motivated in a long time, but I'm glad I'm here. By the time y'all see this, our men's league playoffs will probably be over, so expect to see a video on how the season went very soon. I can't guarantee that we're going to win the championship, but what I can guarantee is that we're going for it, and we're going to give it our all.